Hey, Goulash here, and welcome to another episode of The Gulag. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Blair Witch Project. Well, sort of. I'm going to be talking about things that were cut out of the Blair Witch Project. Now, I know what you're thinking. Blair Witch isn't exactly super exciting with the footage that was actually in the movie, so you'd assume what didn't make the cut is going to be mega boring. And you'd be kinda right, but there are interesting stories behind the making of this film and its deleted scenes, in more than a few ways. Not a lot of folks care for Blair Witch these days, even after a new video game emerged last year. It was a huge phenomenon in 1999 and quickly faded away, but even then, a lot of material was made in Blair Witch's expanded universe in a short span of time. Multiple comics, books, mockumentaries, and games. It was almost as if the producers of the franchise knew the popularity wouldn't last long and made the most out of it with the couple of years they had. The original film was a modest effort that thrived through its marketing, but its legacy was tarnished through hype backlash. A film of Blair Witch's scope could never hope to live up to its hype. Because Blair Witch is no longer as well appreciated today, it's never gotten good treatment on home video past its DVD release. Even Book of Shadows doesn't have a Blu-ray release. To this day, we do not have Joe Berlinger's likely superior director's cut of Blair Witch 2. Hashtag release the Berlinger cut. The original DVD release of Blair Witch Project only had one deleted scene, and it honestly was really good and essential viewing if you're a fan, featuring Heather and the gang discussing the nature of the thing hunting them. Honestly, this scene would have enhanced the film because the characters discuss the ambiguity of what's chasing them. It could be a scary ghost witch, or it could even just be actual people that go unseen in the woods. Either is very scary.
It's humans. It's fucked up humans. It's someone who's probably severely demented and fucked up and not a safe person to be around.
Yeah, but there's more than one.
The DVD's deleted scene is the only officially released Blair Witch deleted scene, outside of a few Easter egg deleted scenes on the soundtrack and the alternate endings on the Blu-ray release. Here's the thing, 30 hours of material was shot for Blair Witch Project. The movie was heavily improvised over the course of a few days, and the actors shot everything they could. A lot of the cut footage never saw the light of day for years until the late 2000s. Coinciding with Blair Witch's 10th anniversary, a documentary was being made by filmmaker Russ Gomm called The Woods Movie. It was being made in collaboration with Haxan Films, the original creators of Blair Witch Project, and featured the extensive amounts of behind-the-scenes material that was shot for the original movie. In anticipation of this documentary's release, a website was put up online featuring all kinds of never-before-seen behind-the-scenes material, and it even included deleted scenes from the movie hidden as Easter eggs. The deleted scenes included a 20-minute deleted scene called Crybaby Bridge. Unfortunately, years ago, Woods Movie's website was taken down, and now the URL redirects to Haxan Films' website. I honestly thought all the material was long gone and spent years trying to find out if fans still had access to all of the lost material, until I realized, oh yeah, right, the Internet Archive's website might have it saved in the Wayback Machine. And lo and behold, Woods Movie's site was archived completely. The unfortunate thing though is that even if you knew about this site later on and found the archived version, you would never know that there were deleted scenes hidden on it. To trigger the deleted scenes, you kinda just have to click randomly on the tapes that change the background, which pops up the full Crybaby Bridge deleted scene. I have a link down below to the archived Woods Movie website if you're interested in watching the deleted scene yourself, or just checking out the behind-the-scenes material there. The Crybaby Bridge deleted scene was the first sequence shot before Heather, Josh, and Mike went into the woods, and essentially tells the story of the characters following a tip on another local haunt, Crybaby Bridge.
Which apparently is a bridge which we had no idea about. This is totally new information.
Crybaby Bridge is an urban legend that you'll find across the country. There are several Crybaby Bridges in Maryland alone where the Blair Witch Project takes place, but the one in question that the Blair Witch crew focuses in on is found in Westminster, and supposedly this bridge was where the local KKK drowned black children during the 1800s. A little bit realer shit than a ghost witch, I have to say.
The baby's spirit is said to haunt the area, and so if you park your car, or if you're just under the bridge at midnight, when the train passes, you will hear a baby cry.
The scene itself sees the gang hang out under the bridge for 20 minutes in the dark. Some noises are heard, cars drive by, but not a lot happens. I guess you could describe the Blair Witch Project the same way, honestly. Here's the thing though, the Crybaby Bridge sequence wasn't necessarily meant to be in the actual film. This scene was basically a character demo, before Heather, Josh, and Mike could be trusted to go out into the woods together with limited supervision to shoot a movie. The actual crew for Blair Witch Project needed to make sure that they could work together okay, knew how to use the equipment, and understood their characters. What makes the scene neat is that it's just this huge chunk of material with the characters that has nothing to do with the Blair Witch, and makes you wonder what else was shot and planned for this movie out of the lost 28 or so hours of material. Crybaby Bridge even ends with Josh eerily staring at the camera in the car in silence for 3 minutes. It's something that definitely adds to the interpretation that Josh might have played a larger role in what happened in the Black Hills Forest. There were other deleted scenes leaked over the years, including more shots of rocks, not exactly exciting, and a scene involving the discovery of what appears to be human bones. Another actually notable deleted scene that was hidden on Woods Movies' site though was a poetry slam session between Mike and Josh in the motel that goes on for a few minutes.
Did you ever walk barefoot down a cobblestone road and nothing else mattered but your feet and your toes and you sweep as you go over the road? That's a pretty good feeling, so I'm told.
I can see why it was cut. It was not essential to the story, but it is amusing, and it is essentially where both of the characters and actors themselves got to know each other better, discovering the common ground of writing poetry.
Mary had a little lamb, whose fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
So you might be thinking at the end of this video that I want Lionsgate Films to release all 30 hours of Blair Witch Project deleted scenes. Of course not, but I would like to see some of this material released on a new Blu-ray set, possibly by Scream Factory along with the director's cut of Book of Shadows. Again, release the Berlinger cut. Blair Witch Project was an important part of horror film history, and it's just a shame to see it swept under the rug after all these years. That Woods movie documentary I mentioned before was actually completed 5 years ago, but it never saw release, possibly due to rights issues with Lionsgate. Instead, Russ Gomm compiled his research into a making-of book. All the outtakes and behind-the-scenes footage might never see the light of day in a documentary or even any other form of media, and that would be a real shame. With the 20th anniversary of the first film behind us, and now with 2020 marking the 20th anniversary of Book of Shadows, I think it's time to finally give the first 2 Blair Witch films proper releases with all the alternate cuts, deleted scenes, mockumentaries, retrospectives, and making-of documentaries. These films aren't super popular with the public today, I know, but there is a fan base and it's still alive. It's time to acknowledge that more, I think, and respect the history of all aspects of the horror genre. Well, that's it for this gulag. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Blair Witch series and what you thought about this video. If you liked this video, like it, and if you loved it, subscribe for more and click the bell icon to keep track of future uploads and streams. I'd like to give a special thanks to the true Wolfulite supporters on Dr. Wolfula's Patreon and channel memberships, including Tom Wade, Nate Malice, Sean O'Brien, Harley Graves, Gary Miller, Scott Selfridge, Angsty Mantis, Jen Winchester, Crossroad King, Lou Mail, Crawberry Strush, Mr. Maskey, and all the others. Your support helps keep the channel going after 10 years. And here's a full list of all the Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling by too, so thanks everyone. Be sure to follow Dr. Wolfula on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Wolfula. Download the free Popbase app to hang out with a virtual Dr. Wolfula, and finally, if you can, support the channel by pledging to Doc on Patreon, or by joining our channel memberships. You'll help the channel grow and you'll also get some bonus perks. Alrighty, I'm out of here. See you in the next gulag, you fucking weirdos.
Man, these pancakes are so good!